What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining Shooting Gallery New England today. We are back with a product review. This is coming from our friends over at The Gun Box. We're checking out a small pistol safe. Let's check it out. So welcome back, guys. We are at the tabletop, aka my workstation. This is where I'm doing most of my work, whether it be editing or if I'm doing some tabletop reviews. This is kind of where I'm sitting. But today we are going over the Gun Box Guardian. It's the Gun Box 2.0. I've been looking for a new pistol safe to essentially put my EDC in, whether it be my M&P or my Glock. But I've always wanted to try one of these safes out, and I found the Gun Box and I reached out to them. They were really nice enough to send this out for test and evaluation. I really like this safe. There is two little issues I have with it, but I've always had issues with that one section, which we're going to get into. But let's get into kind of some of the ins and outs of this gun safe. So as it looks, it is a aluminum gun box that, really meant for one pistols, but I do have a way of actually fitting a few different pistols in here. This can take a whole bunch of different sizes, except if you're looking to do like a Desert Eagle or probably anything higher than like a K-frame revolver. Gonna have a little bit of issues with, but to open it up, these are very simple tools. It is battery powered, so the Gun Box recommends when you get it, charge it for 8 hours, and then every 3 to 6 months charge it up. It has a 6-month battery charge on it, if that is a deterrent from you. I will say I've had this charged for about 4 months and I haven't recharged it yet, and I'm having little to no issue at all with opening it and closing it. So if a battery is what you're kind of getting over with, a lot of gun safes are going to have batteries, but it does work off RFID and fingerprint ignitions. So when you get the Gun Box, you get this nice little handy dandy instruction manual, but you're able to have a combination code. You're able to have a fingerprint scanner, which we're going to get into in a second, and they also sent me, you get 2 credit card size RFID cards. You get this nice little keychain, which I use this the most because I have one on my set of my keys, and it's just simple to just kind of, when I'm dumping all my crap onto my EDC stand, my Gun Box is right next to it, so I just, before I dump my keys, I dump it up, unless I'm not done carrying for the day. I always have a gun around me pretty much no matter where I am, so whether it's on my person or in my immediate location, it really all depends. Get proper training with it. But so to simply open the box, you hit this button right here. It's going to light up blue. I'm going to enter in my code, and it's going to open right up. So you can have either a 5 to 10 digit code to open it up. To program it, when you look inside, you're going to have 2 piston systems that pushes it right up and has that nice kind of ASMR sound. It has padding on the top and bottom. It has the facilities for, you got to drill through it, but if you wanted to drill this permanently to say a piece of wood, or if you want to put it on a wall or even under a car, really, it has the cable lock port in the back. You have 2 USB ports, which the USB ports are only going to work if you have it on the charger. And in the directions, the Gun Box does not recommend keeping it on the charger at all times because it can weaken the battery. And then you have your AC port adapter to charge it right here. But it's a very simple design. Now, if you want to use the other cards, simply, for instance, take the key card. Very easy way to do it. Click it, wipe it across, or I just put it on there and it's going to open just like that. Same thing with the keychain. Pop it open, make sure it closes, and then it's going to open just like that. Now, let's get into what guns can actually fit into the Gun Box. Alright, so this is my Glock 19. This is usually my everyday carry. It is clear. I do have a hot mag, that's why it's not in the gun. But it's very simple. You just place it right here. If there was a magazine in there, you'd have the facilities to put probably 2 more Glock 19 magazines in there. Then your next step up, I have my full size, make sure this is clear, I have my full size M&P 1.0. Now, I also have been testing out if I can put my holsters in here, which I'm going to get into that in a second. But for so far, a lot of the Eclipse holsters line up. I'm able to have my gun in the holster and put it in the safe. But I can put that in there, and again, if I had one, I could still fit probably 3 mags all in total, with 1 in the gun and 2 kind of just sitting there. Now, that is a possibility. I know there's going to have no issue if you have a pistol light on the gun, so I wouldn't really worry about that. But say you carry kind of a gun that is, you have kind of an extended mag. So this is my SIG P320 built off the MUP1 from JC Supply. Shout out to those guys. Those guys are awesome. It is clear. Now, let's say you have something like this where you have a light and an extended magazine. Now, let's see how that fits. That fits in there just right. Just move it around. You could probably fit 1 more mag in there, maybe 2 more on top of 1 in the firearm. But if you have a light on the gun, or if you have a light, optic, and extended mag, you're not going to have any issue. Now, one more thing. Say if you have, what I kind of like this idea of this gun was, say you have a couple small concealed carry handguns. Now, for instance, these are all clear. This is my Taurus G3C Toro. This is my Ruger Security 9. I'm gonna pop that in there. But say, again, it's gonna be kind of a tight fit. But say you just have one little small plinker for pocket carry. This is my Ruger LCP2 Light Rack in 22. Now, it's going to take there's a certain way you can do it, but you're able to actually get all 3 guns into the box. So it's going to be a little bit high, but you can see right there, I'm able to close the gun box, no problem. So you could theoretically fit 3 pistols into 1 pistol safe. And I'm going to open that up, and it opens up just fine. So stay tuned, because I actually got a little bit of an issue I had with this gun box. Now you might ask yourself, okay, will this pistol safe do X, Y, and Z? Obviously, I would recommend training with it, whether it's, waking up in the middle of the night, automatically see how fast you can get into the gun box, whether it be the combination, either the RFID facilities. They also make a wristband and a sticker, and I think a ring too. So there's many different RFID style entry points to get into the gun box. Definitely train yourself, see how long it takes, see how fast it could take to hit that button on the top, hit your combination or the fingerprint. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I did have some issue with the gun box. They weren't major issues, I figured them out on my own. The first one, I have never had good luck with fingerprint scanners. Never have. When I clock in at my job, I have to use a fingerprint, and I still have issues with it. I don't know if my hands are just naturally oily. I burned part of my fingerprints off. I don't know, but for me, I've never had luck with the fingerprint scanner on any pistol safe. I've always had issues with it, and this was no different. Usually what you do is there's a little button on the top side of your pistol safe. You hit that for 3 seconds, rub it across the fingerprint scanner, and the directions say 5 to 10 times, might take more. I did it 20 times. Took me about a half hour, and I still could not get my fingerprints programmed onto the gun box. If that's an issue for you, just kind of consider that. Another issue is, remember when I said earlier in the video that there are certain holsters that won't fit in here. Now, this is my Warcat Tactical IWD for the Glock 19. Now, this has the quick clip right on front. Now, this will not fit if you put the holster and gun together. Because this is so high, it's going to lock the thing up. There is a special way to get into it, so say, God forbid, if your battery dies, or if you have that same situation like me, where I had a holster and my gun in there, there is a special way to do it. I would recommend calling customer service. I don't really want to show how to do it on a video, but trust me, it's really easy to get into it. But this is more of peace of mind. But those are the two issues I kind of had with it. Like I said, one of them I kind of knew going into it I was going to have an issue with it because just fingerprint scanners never worked for me. I can't stress this enough that, guys, when you have a pistol safe, whether it be the gun box or any other competitor, it's get the proper training or practice with it. Practice no matter what. Getting into the safe, timing yourself. Some people are going to say, oh, I don't like the idea of having a pistol safe for my EDC because God forbid something happens. There's a bump in the night. I want to have quick access to it. That is your opinion. Some people don't have that luxury. Me, I don't have children running around. I live by myself, or I live at home, but still, you know, I'm kind of kept to myself, and I live in a very secluded area of the state. So I still want that peace of mind to secure my firearms. I will say these are not fire rated, so this isn't like a Liberty where you have fire ratings. This is literally to secure your EDC or a single handgun from unauthorized people getting access to your firearm. There are cases of people that like to sleep with a gun under their pillow, all cocked, locked, ready on their nightstand. That's your prerogative. That's just not me. If you guys want to get that conversation, please comment down below, but please be respectful as always. So all in all, I do really like this. The only thing I'm just not a fan of is the fact that you got to charge it. Granted, everything you have now, whether it be your cell phone, your laptop, your Nintendo Switch, whatever, there is some way you're going to need a charger in your life. It's really not that big a deal, but that's the only only deterrent I see. And again, I can just see, I'm not mad about the fact that a certain holster doesn't, you know, close my whole gun in there. That's not a big deal to me. I would really recommend this. These are coming in at like $250 around that area. Very affordable. There's many ways to get into it, which is good. And again, the only deterrent is it runs off battery power. And if you're like me, your fingerprints and you have issues getting into RFID fingerprint scanners, that might be your only deterrent. But all in all, I would say this is a great product for the money, what it does. As you can see, we held 3 pistols of all different sizes. If I had a optic on my Taurus G3C, it probably wouldn't work with all 3, but still, if in a pinch you had 3 handguns like that size, you're still able to secure it away from people. But guys, if you want to pick this up, I'm going to leave a link in the description to my link tree, and then from there you can check out the gun box. It is an affiliate link, so if you do buy that, it will help support the channel. I will get a little bit of a kickback. But I want to thank the great folks at the gun box for sending the Guardian in for test and evaluation. I really like it. It's a great product. Definitely check it out. That's just my personal opinion. Again, shout down in the comments what you think, given the information you have. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll be getting more content as soon as I get some stuff figured out. I really appreciate you guys sticking by me. As always, guys, stay safe, stay shooting. I'll see you soon. Peace.